Hi, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is channel messages for the Saturn-Neptune conjunction for my earth signs, that is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So this is gonna be a moment, so if you'd like to grab some water, grab a snack. I know us Virgos, we love a good snack. So let's go ahead and dive into the reading here. Right off the bat, what I'm picking up is there's so much like a beautiful excitement energy here for the earth signs, and it's almost like spirit gave me that, and immediately spirit was like, okay, but earth signs, don't look at this as a bad thing. And maybe some of you could be looking at Saturn and Neptune conjunction, or this transit of Saturn into a new part of your birth chart as, you know, a gloom or a doom, or Saturn is here to mess up this part of your life, and it's not. Saturn is not going to take any excuses, but Saturn is going to teach you how to master that part of your chart. And if you heed the lessons, and if you heed the warnings, and if you work with the energy as best as you can, you'll find a great sense of fruition and ease and flow with Saturn, and especially with Neptune as well. When in whatever part Aries is in your birth chart, this is going to allow you to blossom, to find fruition. And so that's one of the things that Spirit wanted to highlight here right off the bat, is change your perspective around Saturn and how, you know, it transit, and this idea of Saturn will mess up, you know, your life or something like that. But, you know, Capricorns are ruled by Saturn, I think, in traditional astrology. And so that's one of the things where it's like, you know, there's a lot of hard work in, you know, Capricorns, but there is that sense of like, oh, Capricorn never takes a day off. But let me see what else Spirit has for you here. But there is a great sense of like excitement here with the new transit, especially for the earth signs here, the Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And I feel as if like for some of you this was much needed, because there was so much of a lesson. But I'm also an earth sign, so I'm definitely picking this up as well for myself and for the collective, where this is going to bring about what feels like harsh lessons. This could be in your 7th house, this could be in your 1st house, this could be in any part of your house where there is Aries for some of you. And it's you learning to allow yourself to be interconnected with that part of your chart, but also identify your sense of self within that part of your chart. And that's all that Saturn and Neptune is really asking you, is what is this vision that you have for yourself in this life, and or this area of your life, and how can you commit to it? How can you show up every day and add structure to it so that there is a foundation? Because the earth signs are about foundation. They create that stability for the entire zodiac. Without earth, there wouldn't necessarily be a space for elements to roam and to almost like, I want to say, like wreak havoc. But that's one of the things that Spirit wants to highlight here. And I don't know where that just came from, but you know, we're gonna roll with it. But let me see what else Spirit has for you here. I'm also getting for some of you is really make sure that your schedule, really make sure that you are organizing your daily life um, as best as possible that you can, because wherever Saturn is in your chart or transiting in any area of your life, this is going to really ask you to be organized, to be in some ways structure. And organization and structure doesn't look the same for everyone, it's different. Some people are early risers, some people are late risers, some people go to bed early, some people go to bed late. It all depends on how that works for your energy, so that discovery is up to you. But it's not to punish you in some ways. It's really asking you what is it in this part of the area of your life is for you, and how can you stand on that as in that Aries energy? How can you stand in that as a pioneer, as a leader, as a leader in this part of your life, is what I'm getting here. Let me see what else Spirit has. So some of you, if Saturn is in like a major aspect in terms of like your finances, that could be a great detail, because it almost feels like right off the bat there's a perspective of a disadvantage, but at the end of this you realize so much lessons you've learned around this transit that allows you to, Spirit is giving me like balance the books. And so that's another part of this is allowing you to understand like taxes, understand finances, understand negotiation, understand salary and contracts, however this is for any of you. And it's like there are going to be those like sneaky lessons that comes up, and then it's almost like Saturn is just highlighting that sort of blind spot for you. But again, it's how you react to these lessons that's very important, and they're not there to destroy you, so keep that in mind. Let's see what else that Spirit has here for. I'm getting like the Eight of Wands energy here is what I'm picturing in my mind. Is so for some of you this could be fast movement and like quick and speedy movement, like things are developing in a more quicker way. And I think that with Neptune being here, it's allowing there to be a sense of like softness, but there's also like be careful of the dynamics of the rest of your energetic makeup, like all those different things, like maybe maybe you're a Cancer moon or something like that, or a Pisces moon, that allows you to almost like easily become too dreamy in a sense, is really trying to be a little conscientious of how Neptune plays a role in that. So that's one of the things Spirit wanted to highlight in that part. It's like Neptune brings that sense of like visionary, but then it's also like there could be a deeper like illusion to that as well. So that try to be cautious around that is what I'm getting. Okay, and I'm also getting for some of you there is like a vision of like a vacation or some sort of like house or stability, but then again it is about the vision that you hold hold for, maybe this is around building a family, building a sense of independence, for more wealth, abundance, manifestation, career opportunities, things that allows you to like up level is what I'm getting here. So you could be working on some sort of like project or something that could bring about like financial stability, and that Neptune is really asking you to hold that vision. And with Saturn here, it's you putting forward that action and plan and strategy to bring about this vision. So it's such a beautiful thing, especially with Aries in the mix here. What else? Okay, so now Spirit wants me to go ahead and pull a few cards here, so let's take a look. Okay, so the first card that I have is the Arts card. And this is almost like mixing of two elements to become something else, become a force. Is what I'm getting here is, for some of you, this could be taking the lessons that you've learned from the past, and Spirit is alchemizing those. So this could feel like physically in your body, in your spirit, your energy, where it's like Spirit is trying to find the words for it here. Spirit is really mixing those elements all together to create a fusion, to create something unique, which is you. It's almost like when like from Beyonce's Renaissance song, where it's like she says unique, and it's like you're unique. So it feels like to me you're going through this sort of like transformational process of refining what is uniquely. I'm sorry, I had to pause the video there. There was just like cars going by and super loud. It feels like to me again like you are in this alchemization process of becoming something unique. And so this feels again like so much happiness and a sense of like abundance that is flowing into the energy, into the mix here for you. Because with the 9 of Cups, this is, you know, in terms of relationships, finding a renewed sense of, how do I relate to this person? How do I relate to, you know, all these people? How do I relate to this part of my life? How do I, you know, what are the ideas? And I feel like this is what I'm strongly picking this up is Spirit removing or just like taking those old outdated conditions, really refine it and use it. I'm getting it clearer now where it's like utilizing those for your story is what I'm getting. So this could be, in a sense, you taking your story and taking your power back and using that to your advantage to bring about the success and happiness that you truly deserve. And this could be like a relationship, like your ideas around relationship or just any area generally in your life. And taking those like outdated beliefs and, you know, understanding and Spirit alchemizing those for the better. And at the bottom of the deck is the Prince of This. This is really about you in this position to move forward in a way of bringing about that success, bringing about that sense of manifestation or abundance or taking action, because with the, again, with that, if you can see it on the bottom there, that bowl, that's the energy that is here, is leading you forward. And I'm getting it now as like the Aries energy with the Prince of Disc. So however this reflects for you, let me know in the comments. And again, like this video, and again, comment below. Share this video with another earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, and I'll see you in the next video.